Dan Illman, Mike Beer. The feature race at Saratoga on Sunday is the $100,000 Summer Colony Stakes. Going a mile and an eighth for fillies and mares. Nice card, obviously, at the Spa on Sunday. Take advantage of it with a DRF Bets account. Take advantage of that $100 deposit match by signing up at drf.com/bet. Let's meet the field for the Summer Colony. Very deserving big favorite in this race is the number 7, Blue Prize, who just excels at this mile and an eighth distance. A lot of folks forget that she was a good fourth in the Breeders' Cup Distaff last year. And this year, she's just taken on tough competition. The Elates and She's a Julie's of the world. She's just going to be very tough to beat with her usual race at a very short price.
Yeah, I mean, she's a deserving short price in this race just based on the races that she's been running for about the last year. Prior to that really good effort that you referenced in the Breeders' Cup, she became a Grade 1 winner over a mile and an eighth last year in the Spinster. She's come back with 3 solid races this year in some tougher spots. This is significant class relief for a horse who's really good and who really likes this distance, and she's just supposed to be really hard to beat in here.
Second choice on the morning line is Pacific Wind, and she's very honest. She is a Grade 1 stakes-placed runner, and last time out in the Ogden Phipps, she had the excuse that a lot of horses had. It was Belmont Stakes weekend, and the rail was where you wanted to be. And Pacific Wind was at the back of the pack and then ended up very wide on the turn, and when she got to the outside, she just went up and down. Did I mention she was facing the quality of horses like Midnight Bisou and Come Dancing, 2 horses that are just significantly better than Pacific Wind? Probably best to draw a line through that race. If you go back then, you have 90 buyers. They're solid. They put her in the mix, but she's got to improve, and I'm not sure about the mile and an eighth.
Yeah, I worry about that too. It's interesting because when she first got into Chad Brown's barn, she ran 2 really good races. She won a Grade 2. It felt like she only had forward to go from there, and it just felt like she never really turned out to be what it looked like she could be. I respect the class relief she's getting here. She's been running in nothing but graded stakes races. She's getting a drop in class that she needs. I just wonder how good she actually is overall, and I wonder how far she wants to go.
Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race has the 5, Albero Bello, out there on the lead. She should be able to make the lead, and she has won at Saratoga at 9 furlongs in the past over a sloppy track. And there's a chance for some wet weather this weekend at the Spa. That being said, in her 4 subsequent starts, she really hasn't gotten much better. And last time out at Monmouth, going at 4 to 5, I just didn't see the excuse.
No, I didn't either. They've run her in 3 stakes races in her career. She's just been trounced in all of those races. She just doesn't seem like she's really a stakes horse. I know she has a win over this distance. I know she has some speed, but she beat a very weak field here last summer over a sloppy track, and it just feels like these races are too tough for her right now.
Rusty Arnold's number 6, Skeptic's going to work out a good trip in here because she draws outside of Albero Bello, and she has the speed to be sitting in closest attendance. And if Albero Bello is not very good, Skeptic might at some point in this race take over the lead. She won 2 starts back in very slow time. She was no match for these horses in the Grade 2 Fleur de Lis. Her buyers are just too light right now to compete with these horses.
Yeah, you have to find a way to make her improve if you want to bet her in this race, because she just has to run a faster race. I think she's pretty solid. I'm not going to hold their last race against her. That's almost too bad to be believed. She's better than that. So I think she will run better in here. I just wonder if even if she runs her best races, is it going to be good enough to beat some of these horses?
I think that Jack Sisterson is a Sharpie, and he's got the 4 Vexatious in here. Now, Vexatious is the deep closer on your Timeform U.S. pace projector, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's trailing early. I mean, she's been running in some slow-paced turf races, but a lot of folks forget that when she began her career for Neil Drysdale, she was an extremely promising dirt horse that ran 4th in the Kentucky Oaks. She can step on dirt, and if this comes down to a staying contest, you got Blue Prize and you got Vexatious.
Yeah, and they were the 2 horses that I liked best in this race too. I understand, I guess, why they decided to make her a turf horse for like the past year or so. They just concentrated on that. She's run some good races, but she is effective as a dirt horse as well, and I think she'll be running at the end of this race.
Jorge Navarro has 2 in here. You always have to respect this barn. I think the 3 Tweeting might be in here to try to provide a little bit of pace for her stablemate. Tweeting last time out, now winners at 2 other than optional claimers. She's 3 to 5. She wins in professional in enough fashion with an 83 buyer. She's never struck me as a stakes horse, but sometimes these Navarro horses just jump up.
Yeah, sometimes they do, and if she gets out there on the lead, if she can somehow just make the front and they don't go after her, I guess it It enhances her chances. I just don't see the race that makes her a real threat in this race.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Summer Colony Stakes. I'm using a lot of Blue Prize in the multis. Maybe I'll take a shot with Breaking Bread if she goes off at 12 or 15 to 1 for Navarro and Castellano. She ran second in the Serena Song, second in the Ladies Secret. She ran on that very hot day in the Molly Pitcher against Midnight Bijou, and she wasn't going to beat those horses. A little disappointed that she didn't get third in that race. I mean, it looked like she had the whole stretch to run by Cosmic Burst, but I think she's got the other Navarro horse in here to perhaps provide a little bit of pace. She might get the jump on a horse like Blue Prize. Not a likely winner. Maybe we can get her underneath Blue Prize then.
Maybe you can. I didn't see it with this race, with this horse. We'll see what happens. Listen, I picked the favorite on top, so who cares what I think? I went 7-4-1.
I'm going 2-7-1, and again, Blue Prize, way the horse to beat. Hopefully she gets her confidence back with this win, if she wins, and then we move on to some big races like the Beldame, perhaps, up at Belmont. The Summer Colony has an approximate post time of 5:38. You're going to want to try to play it with a DRF Bets account. Won't be sorry. Sign up at drf.com/bet. Get a $100 deposit match with DRF Bets. Approximate post time for the Summer Colony, again 5:38. We'll see if Blue Prize can celebrate the drop in class.